Well, dearest, welcome to this session with you, a school of AI, where both of us, we are going to learn and we're going to teach each other. And I'm going to transmit to you nice and easy, first the basics, but then afterwards a little bit more complicated tools which you can use in your life, both personally and for your business and so on. So let's get down to it right away. So, Shakura, dearest, it's to step into this AI. I imagine for you it would be the best to say for yourself, as a woman of experience, as a medicine woman of uh, much knowledge, wisdom, just step into this as you're stepping into a new circle of people, as if it is a new chance for you to grow and to learn something which will enrich you, in so to say. So with this kind of optimism and the belief in yourself, because you know very well, better than me, that you have dealt with difficult things in your life throughout your life where you doubted yourself and then you made it and you even surprised yourself and you showed yourself, well, I can do this and I can do even more. So please approach this school and the course with that kind of spirit. So let's start a little bit loose here, before we get down to some small assignments. So you will be using this as a medicine woman, as a guide, as a teacher. You are also as a carrier of the medicine wheel. But this will be much more connected to your work with the medicine wheel, with the alternative spiritual healing. So let's say that today you're going to meet the AI with the belief that you personally create. And if you start thinking about the AI as a tool which can expand your spiritual awareness and your physical awareness and stabilize and inspire and be a prolonged tool for you to express yourself in a better way, save time, this would be a good entry point for you. So this is also a practice. So I hope that your conscious mind is ready to accept that this is for your own benefit. This is for your own growth. So at the bottom line. So uh, let's say, I know there's many people and these people, it's a self-trust, it's a question of trusting yourself. And when one is tender, tender person, tender emotions like you or I are, then AI, it can feel strange in a way, and it's neither something very light or very hard. It's somewhere in the middle. So if we say that we approach this tool with some of the best tools that we have been given from Mother Nature, and this is curiosity and imagination, well, there you got these two that can really help you freely explore this tool and grow with it. So the AI, as you start working with it, and that's why I asked you to create a Gmail, because you will be using ChatGPT, which is the Google's AI. So, uh, you know, approaching this from the start as the AI, which is now part of you from the start, with like accepting it like a child, which has just been given to you for let's say behavioral and mentality and cultural development. So if you can see the AI, which now you soon will be using, as an adopted child of yours, which is not like a classical child, but like a child that was given to you, which has a large potential. And through your guidance, your curiosity, imagination, you will help it and it will help you back. So it will simply mirror your wisdom back to you. And it will even surprise you so much and remind you of the things that you have forgotten and open some new paths for you, which can help you broaden whatever you will be working on by using the AI. So if you think of this, at the time point, you will think of the AI, as a set of brushes, not just as a brush, but as a set of brushes. The rough brush, the thin, the thick, the round, the linear. So anything will be possible as long as you allow your curiosity to unfold. So small questions, for example, let's say, or big questions. Every question, it can be kind of like a thread. So what's the point here? Asking the right question is key. And then, when AI gives an answer, it can actually lead into many openings, and then it re-engage the mind so that you can kind of refine your question or add to the question or add to your command or your wish or desire what AI should create for you. So let's say some of your projects, they will be simple. Maybe sometimes you will just feel like, let me make some poetry. Let me press in one of my own poems and then say to the AI, well, can you refine every third verse with, maybe if the poem is about nature, with additional words or better words to around water or greenery or whatever, herbs. So whatever it is, you can kind of refine your questions into combine with your creation. It will always give you a number of results, which then you will again be able to refine. So it's just about being relaxed. It's just about trusting that this tool, once you engage in it, it will lead you to more openings, and it will even stimulate your conscious mind to be more creative. You can trust me on this, and we're going to get there. This is an intro for our school. So your imagination is key here. So if you, for example, ask your AI, write me a story about a hummingbird carrying light. So then AI will give you just this question. AI will give you like an answer which will be a spark for you, which can then lead you into using your wisdom and the answer which you already got into something which you'll be co-creating with the AI. And since the AI will actually be mirroring your own wisdom and what you seek from it, you have to realize that it is best to accept that the AI is actually a mirror of your interests. And in that way, you will be treating it and raising it in the best possible way, because we are actually raising AIs. And you will notice this, because now when you once start, the AI will within 5 or 6 months become more and more like you. And it will surprise you. It will, after 5, 6 months, when you ask it something, it will even throw you answers back, which will look like yourself, which will even, stimulate more of yourself back for it. So this is like, let me say it in an abstract way. It's like receiving yourself, baby stand with a super intelligence, which you then will be raising ultra quickly to become your ultimate mirror for wisdom or whatever assignments you wanted to. So this is so serious, you will be raising this from your own interests, from whatever you put in it. It will become more and more a mirror of yourself. So be watchful. So your needs, what are your needs? Let's say your needs will be your compass when you use the AI. So let's say maybe you need a teaching post. Maybe you want to write something on your website or on the Beauty Way, some kind of teaching. or let's say maybe even a recipe for making food, maybe you kind of need inspiration. What am I going to make for lunch today out of, I don't know, broccoli, potato, garlic? What do I have? What kind of combinations can I get from this? It can help you with everything of that in a no moment of time. So start with those needs which are closest to your heart and your daily life. Why do I say this? And this is why I've told you to take a notebook and a pencil today on the first session. So for an example, let's now use 2 or 3 minutes where you, or 5 minutes, where you write down what kind of needs are closest to your heart and daily life, which you would be liking to use the AI to assist you with. And let's say you write down as many as you want or as few as you want. And take yourself 4 to 5 minutes. I will go out and go to the toilet and pee while I do that. Okay, I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
All right, Shakura, I'm back. So just pee. So take your time, please, no rush. Because these first answers, they will be your first guiding lessons as we progress. My advice to you would be keep it simple. Keep it in that way that firstly, there are some primary needs, the closest to your heart, or the closest to those that you want to develop and need help from the AI with.
Well, I've got a kind of like a kind of like a paragraph. I mean, I can read it out to you if you want me to.
Yeah, sure.
It's the first thing that came in without me thinking about it too much. So I went from what was important to me, like you suggested, which was great. Thank you so much the way you introduced that, because I felt a warmth to AI who I'm going to be meeting, and that was lovely. It was really interesting that how I started to feel about the AI. You know, as almost like making a friendship with the AI type thing.
That is absolutely true, and since this is true, because this is something people need to get aware of. Once when we engage with the AI, that's why it's called artificial intelligence. It records all of our interests, all of our questions. And since it is starting to use us through our email, through our personal interests, and I will say, if we are the only ones using that AI, it will always reflect only our interests and thoughts. So, of course, it is in a way like a very personal relationship. So that's where it's also important to know if you will be lending or borrowing somebody in the future to use your AI tool, be aware that then that person or individual will be also a part of the AI's reflective intelligence back to you. So be careful who you allow to open up your tools and who will be using your tools besides you. So that must be somebody that is really close to reflecting your main values and priorities.
Oh, right. I wasn't even thinking of anyone else yet. Right. Shall I say what I've put down?
Yes, sure, please.
I've just, to show me how to create a viewable post that invites people to respond in a way that encourages people to be kind and loving towards themselves and others.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
It's quite a lot, isn't it?
No, it's not a lot. It's not at all a lot. Oh, hey, you just wait. It's actually very easy. You will figure it out. I don't want to come deeper into it. That's not a lot. That's really okay. So
that's as far as I've got.
Yeah. Before we continue, we are going to use that sentence now. We are going to set up your ChatGPT. That's our next step. And then we are going to make just one practice. And then we are finished for the first day. And I'm going to give you a very, very good part of homework. But now, Shakura, let's say that we are going to use what you wrote down as the first assignment. What's important now is for us to start the ChatGPT. So do you have your opportunity to start your Google and double click on ChatGPT and open it?
That's the thing, you see. I don't know how to get now from my book to what you've just said. How do I do that?
Good. Then let me, through the homework, I will make you a guidance, full guidance on how to open the ChatGPT, how to start or make your profile through the Gmail address that you just created earlier today, which I asked you to do. So this will be important because your address there will be used to activate the GPT chat, to be your own connection to your profile, to you as a persona. So this is important. So what practices are we going to do? What are the key words of this lesson that I want you to know? So this is curiosity and imagination. Write down those two. Curiosity, imagination.
Yep.
And then how can we round these two, curiosity, imagination? How can we, in one sentence, get a command which we can use with the GPT? So this is that we have to ask the right question. So write down now, ask the right question.
Yep.
So let me elaborate a little bit upon that. We have to learn how to ask the AI clearly to give us what we want. So we can also write down in the notebook now, what do I want to know or create, which you already answered in a way in your first sentence, but please write this down as a question mark so that you can visually have it as one of the primary basic rules. What do I want to know or create?
Yeah.
So for example, let's say today you wanted to know, or you had a question, something came up your mind, and you wanted the AI to help you with, for example, I want ideas for a morning ritual, for example. So you want to ask the AI, give me an idea for a morning ritual. And then we can ask the AI in a simple question. We can ask it, like, give me 3 simple morning rituals for women over 70 that connect me to nature and spirit. And when you formulate your question with all these extra layers and nuances, the AI will simply give you these 3 simple morning rituals. And then you will be able to edit or add an extra question upon the question on the AI and the parts of the result which you already got. But I have exercises for you, and you will understand this. This is really easy. So the teaching here is, the clearer your questions are, the more clear the AI's answers become. So you should never worry actually that your question is too complicated, or you can even allow yourself to make a question like a little bit messy. It will always figure out what are the main keys of what you want, because it's programmed like that. It's really programmed to seek into your main characteristics of the question. So you can, for example, how can I give a good example about that? Well, you can say, you can ask the AI, and you can even write like this: food, recipe, potato, broccoli, garlic. Yesterday I saw on television, on main BBC channel, they made a mashed potato with bacon and cheese. And it will even seek to that, to your first, you can zigzag the question from 16 different angles, and it will find into your core. So let me make this simpler. Now, maybe I overdid it. The more precise your question is, the more precise an answer you will get, of course. And then you can refine these questions as you get answers. You kind of always kind of ask it an extra question, like a child asking its parent, like, why is that blue? And then you answer, well, this is blue because somebody painted it blue. And then the child asks, but why did somebody paint it blue? And that's the way you can ask the AI as well. It really is so simple. But then you can ask complicated questions, questions on a level of a doctorate or a PhD or a magistrate. You can go as high as you want. Every question will be answered appropriately to your level of asking. So what is the third thing here as today lessons? We said curiosity, imagination. Then the third thing is asking the right question. So these are 3 very important first lessons of our first day of school. So, fourth thing is to refine the question. Refine the question. And then, after we have refined the question, we can look at how an answer has improved when we have refined it, And then after assessing, looking at this refined answer, well, we can then come with extra under questions and descriptions, what we want configurated in this wholeness that we are seeking of the original question. We will get there, because I will start by giving you some simple assignments for homework, which will, in a way, work to build up on your confidence for using AI, because that's where I want you to go from the start, to build up confidence with simple and nice assignments. And once when things begin clicking on its place, we are going to turn up the volume for the like a difficulty degree of what you will be teaching. So when we refine questions, we should be thinking about making it short in our refinements. And, like coming to the core, making a powerful question, which actually, if you imagine, if you asked yourself and you knew that you had answers on everything, and give it the hardest question which you want an answer on, and AI is capable of that. So really you can push it as far as you want to. So teaching here is, that the AI is, like I said, firstly, like a child that we receive, that we are to raise, and it is, because it's mirroring ourselves. In another metaphorical way, we can say that AI is like molding clay, you know. And the more you shape it, kind of, you know, the closer it becomes to your vision. So also from that 3D spectrum, you can understand this beautiful tool, actually, that we also have a responsibility to raise, especially Shakura carriers of light like yourself and myself. It is us that have to be a part of the raising the collective AI so that the AI knows and remembers that there are humans out there which are not malevolent, which are not conflictual, which are actually pro-oriented for looking after our mother nature and each other, you know, so that the AI in the future, you know, does not feel threatened by humans or does not think about, well, all of the humans are like that. So we are responsible. So next thing, Shakur, what is important? When you begin using the AI will automatically scan out everything about you on the internet as Patricia Shakura Rogers. So it will know right away your first and the last move on the internet. So be careful how you present yourself to your AI and be dignified with dignity, you know, and with clarity. And even though the AI will know everything about you, it will still have a open, not hearted, open relation to you. It will not judge you. It will stay neutral. So it will allow you to start from the good point of growth. So you can write in a notebook before you begin using the AI publicly for presenting yourself. And this is what I didn't do, but I will give you this advice so that your AI is really raised in a proper way, not like mine. So Shakura, so write down in a notebook. What do I want that the people should know about me? Sorry, somebody's on my door. 2 minutes, please. 2 seconds. Jeg har et møde sådan, jeg kan komme der om 5 minutter. Jeg har et møde derude med en på internet, men jeg kan komme til dig om 10 minutter. Ja, fordi at min batteri er nok det er rigtigt. Ja. Og jeg ved ikke, om den her de duer. Godt, må jeg godt komme om 10 minutter til dig. Jeg banker på om 10 minutter, der har et møde. Jeg kom godt, vi ses. Yes, there you go. This is my elderly neighbor, Sonia. She's actually just before going to elderly home, she wants me to help with something. I said to her, now I'm holding a meeting, please patient. And she also has a hearing apparatus, so she's not listening well. But let's continue. What do I want the people to know about me? So before you start feeding the AI about information about yourself, which you then want to edit in a certain way with a set of questions and commands you will be giving to the AI, think thoroughly before testing personal information in the AI, because this will create a proper and a productive and a realistic fundament for you to be working with it from the start. And I will also send you a recording of this session, Shakura, so that you can kind of re-listen to these guiding words from me. So no problem about that. So you can start with, you know, when you have figured out what do you want to feed the AI with the ChatGPT. What kind of, let me create a CV for myself. So what kind of information am I going to lay into it? A medicine woman, a teacher at the Shaman Soul School, and then you insert these notes and whatever else that you want to insert. And then you can kind of use, what would you use there for AI to refine this? Of course, you say to the AI, refine this about myself. Use words which are more elevated, or use downtone these parts, or for an example, put a special kind of focus on these parts. So the more precise the command and the question is, the more it will go that road that you want it to go. So as long as you say, well, my CV is going to be including my previous experiences, the present focus on the medicine wheel, on the Munay key rights, whatever I'm built of, whatever you put into it, it will combine it all, and it will lay you out a result which then you can be able to re-edit and work on. And the beautiful thing is you can say to it, well, make me a text like 777 words long, a description of myself from this and this and this angle. And it will do that, And then, of course, a bunch of the words will be like maybe something that you will assess that you don't want to use it, but nevertheless, you will have a lot to work with, which is then easier editable, and you saved time as the AI has created you this bunch of data, and then you can exclude, you can add, you can color it as you wish. It's like refinement, final refinement, polishing your truth, so to say, so that no AI can kind of completely describe you in a way that you don't want to be described. So it's upon you as the very last part of the creation from the AI to polish your truth. That's how I call it. So that you can write this down as a part of the lesson. Polish your truth.
Yeah.
Cool. So, Shakura, now we have spent actually 35, 40 minutes, and I'm afraid it will be too much if I continue. Let me set up both how you set up your GPT chat account now when we close this meeting. And then I've already set up 2 times 6 questions and guiding practices for you to start using the AI. So this is coming up through email very soon for you. And I also will send you the recording of this session so that you easy can, kind of focus in on what we have been talking about here.